President Trump really wants to be acquitted for obstruction of Congress and abuse of power. And in order to do so, abuses his power and obstructs Congress. Ironic. Anyway, now, according to CBS News, citing a confidant of the president, Trump has apparently threatened Republican senators to vote for his acquittal or their, quote, head will be on a pike. Okay, wow. Is he slightly worried about this? I think he might be slightly worried about impeachment, which is really odd to me, right? Because look, I've been following this. This whole impeachment trial in the Senate has been massively slanted in his favor. So, why are you worried about this? And let me give you some examples of how it's slanted. Republicans, Mitch McConnell's blocked witnesses, right? So no witnesses, right? Don't have enough for it, votes for it. The Democrats. So they can't bring in witnesses. They blocked the subpoena of documents. Half of them walked out while Adam Schiff was making his case. So they were not listening to him. So they didn't care. I don't know, man. I think he's got this whole Senate trial thing locked down. Crazy. Mitch McConnell, look, we know Mitch McConnell had no intention of making this an actual trial. Lindsey Graham, even the so-called moderates like Mitt Romney, who gave lip service, they all ultimately support Donald Trump. So what's Donald Trump worried about? Weird. I mean, look, it could be because he did it. He knows he did it. He knows there's evidence of him doing it. That's why they won't allow anything into the actual Senate trial. He knows that Adam Schiff actually did a pretty good job at laying out the case against him. Anybody with 2 brain cells, by the way, knows that asking a foreign country to interfere in our elections is straight up wrong. So I don't know, man. Everybody can see, by the way, as soon as Biden was considered to be Donald Trump's biggest competition at the time, he was polling the highest against Donald Trump, and the highest in the Democratic primary, right? That Donald Trump started caring suddenly about this corruption in Ukraine, right? And that's it, right? And it's funny because he had spent the last 3 years doing his own corruption. For example, letting his kids sit in while he's discussing things with world leaders and allowing those kids to get special deals. Or, for example, remember the story with the airport that routes business traffic to one of his hotels in exchange for increased military traffic? Or how about him charging his own campaign to host political events at his own personal properties? Oh, no, we don't make any money off that. BS. Why don't you release your tax returns and maybe we can see if you've been making any money off this? Or, for example, his plan to use the Doral Bedbug Resort as a future G7 meeting place, which, by the way, that he originally planned on doing that. The press got caught wind of it. Republican senators and Republican congressmen started saying, whoa, no, dude, that's too obvious of corruption. We can't have that. And then Trump says, fine. We're not going to do it at the Doral, even though it would have been tremendous. Yes, tremendous for the bed bugs. Would have been fantastic. On and on. Donald Trump is engaged in massive personal corruption. And here's the thing. He's never got caught for it. Now, other people around him have gotten caught for it. I mean, the greatest example here is his own personal lawyer, Michael Cohen, who is currently serving prison time for campaign finance violations that he did on behalf of Donald Trump. So you want to talk personal corruption, right? Donald Trump is dripping with personal corruption. And that's what this trial is about. This is not about Ukrainian corruption related with Joe Biden. Joe Biden has his own issues. I agree that Hunter Biden should not have been on that board. Now, is anything that he did illegal? No. Unethical? Absolutely. And should it be illegal? Let's have a discussion, right? Let's have a discussion about nepotism, right? I'm sure that'll turn out very well for Donald Trump and Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner. And so, yes, Let's have those conversations. Oh, you don't want to have that conversation. Oh, you just want to keep it about Joe and Hunter Biden. Oh, but actually, they don't even really want to do that because look, the Senate Republicans have enough votes to subpoena Hunter Biden to go speak. Why don't they ask him? Mitch McConnell says, nah, no, we're not going to ask Hunter Biden to show up. Well, why is that? That's fascinating. Gee, I wonder. No, here's the thing. What Donald Trump really wanted was a public announcement on CNN of an investigation into the Bidens. Why? Why does the public announce it? Again, he didn't really want an investigation. He just wanted the announcement on CNN. It's because back in 2016, when he was running against Hillary Clinton, James Comey came out and he said, we're going to do a public investigation into Hillary Clinton's emails. And he thinks, oh, well, that helped me win the election. And so, yes, I want the same thing to happen to Joe Biden or something similar, public announcement of an investigation so that can help me win the election. That's what that is. Donald Trump wants to win. Of course he does. That's all he talks about is we need to win. We're not winning anymore. I need to win. Right? And so Donald Trump's the kind of guy that will do anything he can to win. And so, and of course, the reason that he goes so far as cheating is that he's never, ever had to face any consequences before. Ever. And so now he's resorting to vague threats against the Senate. But now, do I think these are physical threats? No, of course not. I know some people are like, ooh, physical threat. You're threatening a congressman. No. No, what this is that this is threatening to use basically to speak out and use his Twitter account against these senators. And the last thing that they want is for Trump to talk bad about them, to tweet about them, right? They're so scared to go up against Donald Trump's rabid fan base and their own voters, which are one and the same thing, really, that they will allow a criminal president to slide. They have officially put Donald Trump over party and over their own country. Cowardice, man. That's who these cowards really, really are. So they're going to continue to do everything they can to help President Trump, despite, of course, the evidence that they will not allow into the trial. And then, once they have acquitted him, to move on to cutting taxes more for their donors and more deregulation. Because at the end of the day, the donors are who they really work for. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a patreon.com/TYTNation set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know how I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.